Got a hole in your jeans? Don't toss them out just yet.
I have a pair of jeans here. These are a pair of jeans that are well loved. About 4 years ago, I did some repairs to them. I tried the Sashiko stitching method on them. They were actually jeans that were pre-holey jeans when I bought them from the store, but the holes just started getting bigger and bigger and a little annoying. So I decided to try this method of mending that was popular. And as you can tell, it's been like 4 years now, and they're holding up really well. I might have to do a little bit of repair work to a few of them. Some of the stitching popped, but for a pair of jeans that I wear at least once a week and they get washed regularly, the mending on them is just hold up really well. So I thought I would share with you one of the stitching methods for the Sashiko stitching on these actual pair of jeans, because I developed a hole in another place on these jeans. Like I said, well loved on the back here. And so we're going to just try a different stitching method. These are just straight running stitch here. And this was a more of a decorative stitch right here. And I'm going to try basically a little cross stitch going across here to mend this hole that's in the pocket. I can't put anything in this pocket right now because of this big hole. So we're just going to repair this hole today. You don't need much to do this technique for mending, just a few things. There's actually some Sashiko mending notions that you can purchase, like these here, or you can also use stuff that you have around the house. The notions for Sashiko do make it a little easier to do. So if you can, I would suggest getting them. This right here is some of the thread that's used. I also have some white here. I actually bought this white thread on Amazon. But you can also get, I have black also. Today I'm going to use this multicolor thread here, and I've been saving it for the perfect project, so I'm going to use it today. I love this multicolor here. So you have the thread. It's a little bit of thicker thread here. It's more like a jean thread. It's kind of thinner than embroidery thread, but a lot thicker than regular multi-purpose thread. You can also buy special Sashiko needles. I have a pack right here. I have a few actually. This right here is a variety pack. It has a multiple lengths to it. Nice thick needle with a bit of a sharp point, but it's not too sharp. And it has a nice wide eye in this needle for the thicker thread. If you don't have any of these needles, you can also use embroidery needle that has a wider eye. Those can work too. That's what I first started using before I bought these needles. I would recommend using a thimble to help protect your finger while you're pushing the needle in. It's very handy to have a thimble. This is just a basic thimble here. I also have some embroidery scissors and some regular fabric scissors. And if you're going to do a pattern, you can use some fabric. This is some fabric pins here. I have multicolors. Whatever will show up well on your jeans, you can use those. So the first thing I need to do is to figure out how to patch this hole. It's pretty large, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some scrap denim fabric from another pair of jeans that I'm using for scrap. And I'm going to cut a patch that's wider than the hole here from those denim jeans. But the great thing about Sashiko mending is there is no right or wrong way of doing it. It's your clothes. You could do it however you like it. Just experiment and be creative with it. I'm just going to show you, how I do it, and you can do it any way you would like. It's just as long as the hole is patched, basically, and it looks cute too. So I got about the right size. I might trim a little bit more afterwards. I kind of like that lighter, the underside. I might do the underside just to make it a little brighter. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, before I mend, I'm going to do a quick stay stitch with regular needle and thread. I'm going to use some red thread here so I can see it pretty well against the denim. It's just to hold the patch in place while I do the stitching for the sashiko. I'm going to make sure I got the fabric in place where I want it, and then I'm going to just run stay stitch on here. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is going to get my sashiko needle and thread ready. Put a knot in the end. So there's other people that might start it different ways, but this is just the way I do it, and it works. All right, so I'm going to go do along this edge here first, just to get the hard part out of the way. You want to, for the hole, as you can see where it is, it's fraying, you want to go further than the hole, so it has so it'll hold in place, basically. And before I do this, I'm going to trim off some of this fray, just so I have a cleaner edge to go with. If you want, you could use a fabric marker. I might do that to start so I can get my lines looking straight. The pen marker will go away with some heat from an iron afterwards. I'm going to start here in this corner, and I'm going to go down. So I'm just going to go the first stitch. You want to try to do be consistent with your length, just because it will look a lot nicer if the length is consistent. But if it's not, no big deal. Only you will really notice it. I don't think other people will, unless it's really drastic distance. You can go like this, or you can actually run it like this. I'll start doing it that way, just quicker. This is when the thimble is helpful. When you go through multiple layers, it might be harder to push it through. So the thimble is handy to have. All right, and so next, now I've made my line, now I'm going to do the cross shape. So basically I am now going across. All right, so I finished that row. Right here, there you go. And so for the next row, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to put the cross in between the crosses from the first row. And that will help with the stability of the patch. So I got another line right here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's another line here, and then I'll just keep writing lines. All right, so we'll start the next one. This is a great thing to do while you're sitting around watching TV in the evening, doing mending like this. All right, so now I'm going to just turn around again. This is a really good beginner stitch to try if this is your first time trying sashiko. It's really easy. This or just a running straight stitch. All right. And so I'm just going to keep adding lines and keep on going down here. I'll speed up the video as I do this, just so it quickens it up and so you can see how it looks at the end. So I just finished, and I'm going to tie it off here. My theory is you can never have too many knots. Well, that's my thought. So I'm just going to bury the end here some into the fabric in this fold here. All right, let's take a look at the inside. So let's see. So here it is, looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the inside so you can sort of see how my stitching looks from the inside. I think it's going to look good. Hopefully my cell phone won't be sticking out anymore. Shouldn't with this patch. All right, so now I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this stay stitch that I had added and get rid of that. Wasn't that simple? And I tell you what, it's so satisfying. It's nothing, I mean, there's such a satisfying thing about doing hand stitching. I don't know why, but when I have the opportunity and it's not too long of a thing, I prefer hand stitching. It just feels good. I love using my hands to make things, as you could tell by this video. Let's see here. Looks great. Loving it. I can't wait to wear it.
And that's how to give your jeans a fresh, stylish second life with just a few simple Sashiko stitches. Remember, a little creativity can turn a small tear into something totally unique. If you like this project, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your thoughts or any questions you might have. Until next time, keep stitching and keep making.